Hi guys, and welcome to lesson 13 on how to produce an electro-funk record. Okay, we've got all of the tracks in place now. We've got all the instruments in place, the VSTs are installed, and we've programmed in our short arrangement so that we can now take it off and create a full track. Now, what we're going to do in this is we're going to break it down into simple parts. The track's hopefully going to be roughly around 5.5 minutes maybe 6 minutes long. What we're going to do is we're going to have the intro, then the build up to it, and the main body, which is the first section, which is with the main riff, which is this bit. So we're going to have that bit as the main body, and then we're going to have a breakdown where we have like a drum sort of solo with electronic drum samples. So all the percussion stuff and the bells and things like that and the claps, we're going to use those for a little bit of a breakdown bit before it then goes off into this section. And then it will go back into the main body of the track, and then we'll have the outro and stuff like that. So it's going to be broken down to those different sections. With a lot of tracks from this period, I'm talking like mid-80s, obviously the music industry changed a lot in terms of recording. MIDI came into play, and a lot of people were using samplers and stuff like that. So the music really did become quite electronic during this period. But what we're going to do with this track is we're going to keep that essence of the 80s within it, but it's going to be laid out more of in terms of a modern dance track, if you like. But with the intro, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit of experimentation with it, and we're going to have a few little things going off that were quite popular with this sort of sound. So some tracks in those days would have gone into straight into the beat or straight into the main riff, but mostly 12-inch records would have had some kind of intro. Not necessarily all of them, but a lot of those later salsa records, like Larry Levan stuff, Peach Boys, people like that, a lot of the Paradise Garage stuff would have some sort of intro with just claps and percussion and a few synths, rather than going straight into a beat. So we're going to do that with this now. So what I'm going to do is I want you to select the brass riffs sound that we've got, and the chords that we had. We're going to play them back in, but in a different way. We're just going to stab them in for a little bit. So have you noticed I've deleted all of the first part of this where my original demo was, where I've rebuilt it, and I've just copied that over to this side so we can use all of this in the tutorial. Right, here we go. I'm going to record it in now. And that's it. Okay, so let's just open that up and double up that. And make sure you quantize. And I've just done a simple few little stabs. There's a note that shouldn't be there. Let's get rid of that. And let's play that. Okay, so if you notice that I've left a gap here, and you'll see why in a moment. So hopefully if you can try and record that little pattern in, it just goes like this, look. Very simple little pattern. I'll open it up again and you can pause your screen and see where that is. Okay. Right, that's that done. Now what we're going to do is we're going to select the overclaps, and they were on the drum machine that we did in the drum rack. And I'm going to record this in on top of what I've just done. I'm going to put the metronome back on and press record, and you'll see why I left the gap. There you go, so that it complements the clap with the gap, so to speak. So double click on that and then open them and quantize. Not so happy with that one there, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change that, just drag that over so it goes like this. I'm just going to extend these notes here slightly, so there's a little bit more power in them, and then we'll go from here. And there we go. So hopefully you've got that, and we can then move on to the next section where we're going to add a little bit of the sitar. So just recording a slight little intro with the chords, with the G minor 7 and the A minor 7 chord, with your brass riffs. So you've got your little... I mean, you could do it in any sort of variation. So you could even go like... You know, or you could just mess about with it and go... You know, you could really go to town on it and do a lot of different variations with it, but just have that little bit of an intro with the clap so that we can play about with those a bit before we insert other instruments, and so we can build up nice and smoothly. So thanks for watching, and head over to the next lesson where we add a few more instruments. Thank you and goodbye.